Hey team. Yep, I already got tears in my eyes, but I wanted to share with you guys something that happened tonight on the Director and Above call with our amazing superstar director. We talked about purpose. We talked about really digging deep and finding our purpose, right? And it's something I've struggled with for a long time because, if I'm being quite honest, I battled with having all this confidence out front and really doubting myself inside. And it's not that I was trying to be fake. It's that I generally had, I guess, a certain amount of confidence, but I also wanted to be accepted. And I felt like if I was my true authentic self, I wouldn't be accepted. And that fear probably came from rejection. It probably came from moments where people told me, mean things, mean girls. But this year, especially after World Tour, I really have dug deep and tried to find my authentic self and tried to learn to love myself for who I am and to be me. I've always said that Scentsy is a self-discovery, self-growth journey with a paycheck, and it truly is. And this year has really proved it. With the pandemic, with me really digging deep and wanting to be the best leader that I can be and giving myself training and really focusing on fueling my fountain so that I can pour water out, right? Because I felt like a lot of time I was trying to be an amazing leader and I was pouring all this stuff out, but I wasn't pouring in to really refuel myself, right? And so sometimes that can come off as unauthentic or fake and stuff like that. So it's really been a long journey. So tonight when we were on our director call, she asked what our purpose was, and I thought about it. And she was saying her experience, she was on vacation and she was out at the beach on the pier and thinking about all this stuff. And she said, my purpose is to build leaders. And as I started to write, I thought about my own journey. And I said, my purpose is to help people find their authentic selves. And maybe some of you guys have already found it. Maybe some of you guys feel like I'm my own authentic self. And I applaud you for that. I am so thankful if you can look in the mirror and say, this is me, and take it or leave it, And I joke around and I say things like, I'm not Chick-fil-A sauce. Not everybody's going to like me, because it's the truth. When you are your authentic self, not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone's going to accept you. And that's not a reflection on you. That's a reflection on them. Maybe it's their insecurities. Maybe it's just a personality clash. Maybe it's just you're not their cup of tea, right? And that's okay. And that's where I struggle, right? That's where I struggle, because I'm like, I want to be liked. I want to have friends. I want us to all be a family. I want to be accepted and looked at with respect from family members and friends and team members. But at the end of the day, you can only help people if you are authentic, if you are your true self. And sometimes you have to work on finding that. Right? I'm not done finding myself. I'm still on that journey, very far from being my true self, but I am working on it. I'm healing my wounds. I'm letting go of a lot of things, a lot of words that I've said to myself. For a long time I thought I'm nothing if I don't have a diploma on my wall, because I'm married into a family that they all have bachelors and masters and all these things. And I have my own family that, they have bachelors and doctorates and all this stuff. And I thought for so long I was not enough without a diploma. Scentsy has taught me that there is a different way, that there's not one path for everyone, right? But letting go of those things sometimes is really hard because we've told ourselves so many times those things. For a long time, I compared myself to other people who joined before me, who joined at the same time, who joined after me, and they're achieving all this success. But I'll tell you guys this, my journey has been so amazing. It's taken a while. I've been with Scentsy for 8 years, and I'm a star director, very proud. When there's superstar directors that have been with Scentsy for 3, 4, 5 years, right? But my journey has been amazing, and throughout my journey, I have grown so much that it doesn't matter if it took me a year, 2 years, 8 years, 10 years to get to where I want to get to. It is about the journey. It is not about the title. It is about reaching my goals and growing to be able to reach my goals. When I joined, it was going to be a hobby. It's going to be something just to get my mind off of things. I never looked at Scentsy as an opportunity to grow as a person, to grow as a businesswoman, to grow as a person, like just a woman in itself, right? So there was a couple things that we talked about tonight. Like I said, we talked about purpose, and then she asked us another question. She said, who has influenced you in your Scentsy journey and why? And I went first because everybody got quiet and I don't like silence. So I was like, I'll go first. And I was like telling her, I was like, you influenced me because you believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And I was like, and there's a lot of other leaders that have influenced me, like Chloe Cox, Katie Farner, Chastity Robinson, so many leaders, right? I was like, Beth has influenced me because she is in my circle, and she really, like, honestly, has shown me that a normal person, a normal woman who is a mom and a wife and all these things can, like, reach success. And when I see her, like, sometimes we joke around and I'm like, I'm so jealous of you, whatever. But I turn that around and I say, how did you do that? Like, I want to be able to accomplish that too. And so it helps me grow. And then she went, and she mentioned how I've influenced her. And it took me by surprise, to be honest, because I sometimes look at her and I say, wow, she's doing so amazing, that I forget that I have something to share too, that I have value. And she reminded me of that tonight. And then my sponsor spoke. My sponsor and I had a falling out a few years ago because she wasn't really helping me. And she wasn't transparent. She didn't tell me what was going on. So I thought it was out of pure just, I don't know, laziness, greed. Gosh, I'm so sorry that I'm crying. Laziness or greed or whatever. I didn't know what she was going through. She didn't tell me, and I didn't care to find out because we weren't friends, right? She was just my sponsor. But I didn't give up on my Scentsy journey, and because of what I've accomplished, she said tonight that I influenced her in changing and becoming a better leader for her team. And she said something about me being generous, and like she'll ask a question, I'm like, oh, I have a video about that, here you go, blah blah blah. And it just reminded me of what this community is about. Like, that is what the Scentsy family is about. It's about helping one another. It's not about tearing each other down. It's not about who can get there first, who can beat one another. It's about building each other up. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because I feel like sometimes we focus so much on the numbers and the promotions, and we forget that we're people, and we forget that this journey is so much more than PRV and titles. This is about building each other up and about showing each other that we care. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and I want to know what your purpose is. What do you feel like your purpose is? And how can I help you guys to reach that purpose, okay? don't ever forget that I love you guys very, very much. I'm so thankful that Scentsy has brought us together and that we've been able to build friendships and a family, and that we are all growing in this journey together. Okay? I hope you guys have a great night. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.